Welcome to the 2015 Leading Change Benefit for New Jersey Seeds. I am proud to introduce the President of New Jersey Seeds, Ronni Dennis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, it is my great privilege to welcome you to Seed's 4th annual Leading Change Benefit. I say it's a privilege because you are very special people. You care about the power of education to change lives. You care enough about opportunity for all our nation's communities to make education possible for other people's children, not only your own. And you care about America's ability to thrive in the global marketplace while companies across the country struggle to find the talent they need. You care that there's endless talk about the gap between haves and have-nots, when we all know, we know what it will take to bridge that gap. And that's a top quality education and a 4-year college degree for every young person in this country, no matter what their family income or language or culture or history. And I know that you care about these things because you're here. That's leading change, and that's what we're celebrating tonight. Tonight, we'll single out 2 exceptional change leaders among us. Bank of America, represented by New Jersey State President Bob Dougherty, for its commitment to building the infrastructure that allows nonprofit organizations to succeed. And Dr. Arthur Levine, president of the Woodrow Wilson National Fellowship Foundation, who has taken on the reformation of teacher education in New Jersey. I want to thank our wonderful dinner chairs, Claire and Phil Santinello. I know you're someplace over there. And Angelo Genova. Angelo, somewhere that way, for helping to bring us all together tonight. We're also here to celebrate Seed Scholars because they are the embodiment of all your support. They are the existence proof that a motivated child from a struggling school system, given the same opportunities as your children and my children, can become a scholar, a success, a stand-up citizen, and an outright star. We know it's possible because for the past 23 years, we've graduated 2,041 young men and women from Seed's education programs into lives of new possibilities. I'm here, yes. I'm here to tell you tonight that the time has come to think bigger. The time has come for Seeds to do more. As we look toward our 25th anniversary, just 2 years from now, with tremendous commitment and 100% participation from our Board of Trustees, Seeds is launching what we call Investing in Futures, a comprehensive campaign that will allow us to actually double the number of students that we serve. It's an amazingly strong and optimistic vision, and I'd like the Seeds board to stand and be recognized for it. Can I ask you to stand up? Come on. Like every campaign, Investing in Futures needs its special champions to take the message out to the community. And I'd like to offer my tremendous thanks to our champions tonight. Paul DeRosa, a member of the Seeds board since 2003, who with his wife Libby made a marvelous lead gift to the campaign to assure our momentum. And Emmanuel Bello, who graduated from Seed Scholars Program in 2000 and has come full circle, an exceptional student, a generous donor, a committed trustee, and now a campaign champion. Will you two stand and let us thank you? Now is our moment. Over the next 2 decades, we'll educate more than 4,000 students. Investing in futures will pave the way. Our extraordinary trustees and trustees emeriti have taken us more than halfway there, contributing over $4 million to our $8 million goal. So, thank you. Each one of you is already leading change in education. It's your confidence in Seeds that gives us the confidence to move forward. Thank you for standing with us, and thank you for being here tonight. And now let me turn the program over to another Seeds champion, the chair of our board, who's led us into this very exciting moment, Susan Present.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, I want to echo Ronnie's warm welcome and let you know how excited we all are about this new chapter for Seeds. We come together tonight to celebrate the change we want to create in our communities. That takes work. Tonight, I want to say a special thank you to those of you who've been close to Seeds all year long and supported the amazing work we do with our students. So many of you have already volunteered as mentors, as interviewers, as members of our breakfast brigade delivering bagels and moral support to our students early on Saturday mornings, mailing care packages to our alumni during their first independent school midterms. So many of you are loyal friends of Seeds who have volunteered yourselves and encouraged your children to volunteer as well. We are enormously grateful. And if you aren't already a Seeds volunteer but think you'd like to be, we can certainly fix that. I know that as parents, from time to time, many of us have watched our own children struggle. Maybe agonize is the better word, as they work on their application essays for independent school or college. Can you imagine how daunting it must be for a young student from Newark or Patterson or Trenton to tackle that first essay, the one that they hope will get them into a program they hope will get them into New Jersey Seeds, but to do that work without the benefit of any family experience to help them with the process. Tonight, we've asked 4 of our terrific alumni to remember what it was like to be grappling with that application and to write a letter to their younger self offering encouragement. Here's what they would have to say.
Joseph Townsend, New Jersey Seeds Young Scholars Class of 2014.
Dear 5th grade Joseph, hello from your future self, an alumnus of New Jersey Seeds Young Scholars Program. I know you're applying to Seeds, and you are excited and very nervous. I implore you, continue. Continue for you. Continue for your family. Your acceptance will mean many more opportunities to come. But I have to tell you, it won't be easy. Your friends won't necessarily understand, and some will support you, but others won't care. Some will actually try to hold you back. But let me tell you, the Young Scholars Program will be the perfect preparation for your next 6 years of your life at an independent school. Each step of the program will be a challenge. You'll start with summer classes, 5 days a week, homework every night. And then in 6th grade, you'll wake up really early to attend Saturday classes. Now ain't that a feat to be reckoned with? That one extra day of class will double your homework. You will close out your time as a Seeds Young Scholar with another summer at Delbarton. Joe, I know right now Seeds may look like a boot camp, and in some ways you're right. You will struggle a lot, more than you can imagine. But you will learn to turn off the TV, shut off the Xbox, focus on the work, and commit to your education. Perhaps, best of all, through all of this rigor, you will make an incredible bond with your fellow Seeds graduates that will never be broken. To this day, I still miss those amazing games of Frisbee dodgeball. Your new school will be Delbarton, and because of Seeds, you will be prepared. It's very different from your old school. Joe, it requires a lot more responsibility. There will be days where you have a bad test, forget an assignment, or lose a big baseball game. But be strong, because there will be more days when you ace that test, you feel really smart in class, and you win the big game. Those are just simply amazing days. You will do community service, join clubs, and play sports. You will achieve straight A's on your winter report card. You will actually go from having thoughts of quitting Seeds to straight A's at Delbarton. You will even return to Seeds to encourage the newest class of young scholars. In a very short period of time, you will become a responsible young adult. Just look at me. Joe, don't quit. You were gifted by God with this opportunity. Take complete advantage of it. Manage your time well, be patient. Seeds is the first great opportunity that leads to many more. Do it, Joseph. There is an amazing world out there, and it's all for you. With love, Joseph Townsend, Young Scholars Class of 2014.
Claudia Torres, New Jersey Seeds Scholars Class of 2011.
To my consistently anxious, overly excited, and younger self, I'm a Seeds alum, soon-to-be Kent Place graduate, and future Yale University student, who is right now, thank you, who is right now in a strange state of both nervousness and unparalleled excitement. I know right now you are staring at the Seeds application in front of you. The only thing you really need to know is that there is a right answer and there is a wrong answer. Since I'm you, I know that you'll eventually make the right one. You'll fill out every single question in the Seeds application with the encouragement of your mom, who faithfully remains your biggest cheerleader, and in spite of all the quizzical glances you'll get from your friends. I can promise you that being a Seeds scholar will be the most rewarding experience of your young life, but it won't always feel that way. Just remember that every time you find yourself sitting down to take yet another practice SSAT, or heading off to another interview, or Googling for the 100th time what exactly the term business casual means, it's all worth it. Remember that girl who sat across from you during your first Seed standardized test? The one who got up after every section to sharpen her pencil? She'll be one of your best friends, and your all your failures and successes during the Seeds program will be worth it, because after months of interviews and applications and anxiously waiting, you'll finally get an acceptance letter from Kent Place School. Ironically, Kent Place will be the last school on earth you'd ever thought to attend, but you'll go. You'll go because it's the best place for you, and your Seeds family definitely knew that, probably from the first moment they met you. Because of Seeds, you will dream big and become uber confident in your own capabilities. On your first day of school, when your English teacher introduces the idea of writing thesis statements, you'll look around at your confused peers and be confident because you have the, oh yeah, I know what a thesis statement is, and I can write a pretty good one too. Plus, I read Adam Smith, so I can basically cure cancer. Attitude. that Seeds helped you develop. You'll thank Seeds every day for giving you the tools needed to go out and work hard to make all the dreams you first thought of as a 7th grader a reality. Throughout your entire high school career and beyond, you'll have the unconditional support of Seeds. You'll grow into a confident scholar leader who is not afraid to speak her mind. And at the end of the day, you'll look back at your decision to apply to Seeds and see that it was the first step in a journey that will lead you to a very bright and successful future. So go on, get writing. Best wishes, your ecstatic future self, Claudia Torres, Seeds Class of 2011.
Uchenna Eze, New Jersey Seeds College Preparatory Program, Class of 2013.
Adjust this real quick. I'm a little tall. Dear Uchenna, this is important. What I am writing to you today will change your trajectory in life. In fact, it will lead you from the 2.2 miles that Orange, New Jersey, all the way to the University of Southern California. Yes, Uchenna, from Orange High School to the University of Southern California. Listen, I know you in early mornings are not best friends, and the thought of Saturday classes throughout high school sounds horrible, but stay with me. I need you to complete the New Jersey Seeds College Preparatory Program application. The exposure you will receive in this program is comparable to that of the students who attend private schools. In short, Uchenna, Seeds is the greatest opportunity for opportunities. Seeds will give you results. It gives hope and strength to high-achieving high school students who need opportunities. Seeds will steer you in a positive direction, and while the personal benefits is rewarding, the future societal benefits will be even greater. Quite simply, Seeds will show you how many resources are out there, how to access them, and how to leverage them. Although California is far away from home, 2,776 miles to be exact. Once there, you will discover a new world that will supersede your nervousness about leaving. Some days will be tough, but you will always find the motivation to push through. After all, I will be in Southern California. Passing that offer. Sitting in the classroom at Orange High School today, it's hard to imagine, but trust me, if you join the CPP program, then you will aid a lawyer in winning a real court case. You will intern at the Wage Justice Center in downtown Los Angeles. They will tell you that you will be an asset to whatever firm you choose to practice law in, and this is before you even apply to law school. With your skills and knowledge, you will make a positive change in this world, and I know this is important to you. Uchenna, please trust me. Complete this application now. Seeds will come to mean everything to you. I will never be able to describe to you how much your life will change, because once you are in Seeds, you will never imagine your life without Seeds. All the best, Uchenna Eze.
Margaret Jadosh, New Jersey Seeds Scholars Class of 1997.
Dear Margaret, it's worth it. Let's just start there. That New Jersey Seeds application you received from the principal at Woodrow Wilson Middle School, finish that. Your good friend is heading off to Montclair Kimberly Academy next year, so why not you? Seeds opens doors. I know there will be days at MKA when you feel different, when it will be difficult to find things in common with the other students. Don't worry, these will only be the early days. Seeds will prepare you well. You'll attend classes on weekends and live away in the summer and work so hard. Even with Seeds prep, independent school will catch you off guard at first. You'll take courses in things like philosophy and ethics, and you will love them. Your teachers will be extraordinarily welcoming, personal, and willing to lend their time. Don't take any of it for granted. You always wanted a career in medicine. Seeds will give you the opportunity to start leaps and bounds above the others. MKA will launch you to Villanova University. Villanova will take you to Ross Medical School. You will land at St. Barnabas for residency. And then, that's right, little Margaret, you will attend the NYU School of Medicine. Along the way, you will win awards. You will make many, many presentations in the United States and abroad with words in the titles that you don't even know exist yet. You will publish abstracts and articles that number in the dozens, and even write chapters in medical books. You will find passion in science, in medicine, in obstetrics and gynecology, and finally, in perinatology. And you will be fulfilled in a way that I could never explain to you now. At this point in my life, I know well that there is a benefit to the greater good in providing children opportunities to grow and succeed. This is your opportunity, Margaret. It is not only the opportunity for you, but when you open this door, your two brothers will walk through it as well. Margaret, there are so many successes ahead, so many more that your 7th grade brain can comprehend. Finish that application. Seeds will give you the opportunity and means to become the woman that I am today. Seeds is the first step toward becoming an NYU Langone Medical Center Fellow in Maternal Fetal Medicine. Finish that application, Margaret. Finish that application. All my love. Dr. Margaret Jadosh, Seeds Scholar, class of 1997.
Taylor O'Hare, New Jersey Seed Scholars Class of 2010, with a letter to her mother. And Robin O'Hare, Seeds alumni parent, with a letter to New Jersey Seeds.
Dear Mommy, you raised 2 daughters on your own day in and day out. It was difficult and stressful. My sister and I had one person to turn to. If we needed clothes, food, a ride, advice, money, or just someone to talk to, we turned to Mommy. How do you raise these girls into young women and ensure their lives are better than yours?
Dear New Jersey Seeds, how do you make the right decisions for your children? How do you know if the decisions you make today will positively impact your kids tomorrow? As a parent, you wish there were a formula to raising your kids perfectly, but nothing like that exists. I would try my best to encourage my daughters and make sure they worked hard in school, so their lives could be better than mine.
We experienced the true definition of struggle. We moved to 10 different places in the course of 15 years. We were evicted from apartments and sleeping in motels. We didn't always know where our next meal was coming from. Living without a father figure forced my mom to be both mom and dad. We saw you struggle through your drug addiction and fight to be better for us. We watched you go through an abusive relationship. However, Ma, you always found a way. You did everything you could to make sure we had what we needed, ensure we were going to school and getting a good education. You were the one to come to all the parent-teacher conferences, the basketball games, the honor roll ceremonies, the presidential elections, the dance performances, award ceremonies, and so much more. Your dedication did not go unrecognized.
Thank you, baby. Taylor loved school from the start. Her education meant everything to her. She came home one day in the 7th grade speaking about a presentation at her school program about a program called New Jersey Seeds. I thought it would be a good opportunity for Taylor, so I allowed her to apply. Believe it or not, Taylor was denied admissions to Seeds. She was devastated. I assured her that God has everything happen for a reason. The day before the program was supposed to start, we received a call from New Jersey Seeds. They had an opening, and they wanted Taylor to be part of the program. The next day, Taylor started her Seeds journey at the Pingree site. I knew this was a great opportunity for Taylor, but I have to admit, it was extremely nervous and afraid of what this meant for our family. Letting my child live at a school for the Seed Summer Program at the age of 12 terrified me.
I want you to know your strength was noticed. I know you might have wanted to give up, but you kept fighting. I know you may have been sleepy, but you stayed up to help me with my projects. I know you may not have had all the answers, but you assured me that God always had a plan and he would find a way.
That's right.
You may have been afraid, but you allowed me to take risks. Your love for me is unconditional, Ma, and although my life now has been busy, there isn't a day that goes by where I don't appreciate your sacrifices.
Then she was admitted to the Petty School, a private boarding school in Hightstown, New Jersey. My baby would now be away for weeks and months at a time. Many nights I worried, and all the nights I cried. We spoke every day on the phone. Should I have kept her home with me? People began to question my judgment and said my daughter was too young to be on her own. I felt terrible about letting her go, but I also understood this opportunity was something our local high school could never offer her.
So how do you thank someone that gave her last for you? How do you tell a story about how their support and encouragement motivated you to be great? How do you ensure her that you are not embarrassed by our struggle, but inspired by it? How do you say, Ma, your strength is admirable, and I know you love us, giving up your dreams to see us prosper or making decisions that will heavily impact our futures?
New Jersey Seeds, I still cannot believe the imprint you have left on my Taylor's life. From the amazing education program to post-graduation summer programs and workshops in financial literacy, to traveling to South Africa. I mean, South Africa, that was amazing. Taylor met her best friend in the program. Both went to the University of Pennsylvania, and to this day, they are still best friends. Over the years, I've taken every opportunity to tell everybody about Seeds. Seeds has been an extreme blessing to me and Taylor. Without you, our family would not be where we are today.
You supported me through Seeds, the Petty School, and the University of Pennsylvania Wharton. Well, I guess I can say it. Ma, you are simply amazing, and I cherish everything you've done. I love you with all my heart, and I thank you for everything.
With extreme gratitude to Seeds, I thank you so very much for Taylor in this program.
Seed is why we're here, and Seed has done just a tremendous job, an opportunity to give kids an opportunity to live out their dream. And when you think about having an opportunity, as I said before, I got mine through athletics, and that probably been the only way I would have got out of the projects and to better myself and my family was through that way. But when you give a kid an opportunity, like they say, knowledge is power. And you find that in a lot of communities, but a lot of kids don't get a chance to experience what knowledge and power is all about because they don't have someone or have an organization or a program that could come in and grab them and say, hey, we want to give you a chance. Like somebody did to me, watching me play Little League football, said, hey, man, you know what? You got a little talent, so we're going to help you develop that talent so that you can go on and become successful or whatever you want to be. And that's what Seed has done to a lot of these kids is say, you know what, we see it. We see what you're looking for. We see what you want to do. And we're there to help you. That's why we have this dinner now. That's why we have all the alumni coming back here giving testimonies about what Seed meant to them. And I heard the last two girls were talking about their parents dealing with abuse and all that kind of stuff. You know, when you're going through a lot of things living in the neighborhood and you have trouble always around you, it's hard to focus on what's real and what's not. When people say that, you know what, you're a product of your environment, that could be true if you don't have an opportunity to find out outside that there's something better. If you kept inside that bubble, then you think like you belong in that bubble. But when you get a chance to get outside that bubble, you experience that, wow, there's a lot and better things for you. Again, that's what SEED has done.
I want to thank you all for your terrific generosity and support of our extraordinary scholars. Weren't the students fantastic earlier? So SEED scholars are intelligent, hardworking young people. They have grit and drive. They have the ability to succeed, but they may not have the opportunity to reach their potential without your generosity. There's no one in this room that understands this more than I do, because I myself am a SEED scholar. Well, scholar alumnus is more accurate. As Ronni said, I completed the scholars program in 2000, and 15 years later, I stand before you as a vice president of high yield research at Goldman Sachs Asset Management. The magic of SEEDS happens because people like you and this evening's honorees take the time to make a difference in the lives of our students. Tonight, I have the great pleasure to present the New Jersey SEEDS Lead and Change Awards. These awards honor individuals and organizations who are committed to enhancing the educational opportunities of deserving young people in New Jersey. This year's Lead and Change Award recipients are Bank of America and Arthur Levine, president of the Woodrow Wilson National Fellowship Foundation. I will now present the Bank of America citation. Bank of America earned a Lead and Change Award for its commitment to support successful nonprofit organizations in maximizing their capacity. The company recognizes that a strong nonprofit sector makes strong communities and a stronger America. It demonstrates its commitment through the Neighborhood Builders Program, which leverages the full resources of Bank of America to help nonprofit leaders tackle issues in communities across the country. Through the program, Bank of America provides grants and leadership training to nonprofit organizations so they can, in turn, address community development, basic human services, workforce development, and education. Since Neighborhood Builders began, it's become the nation's largest philanthropic investment in nonprofit leadership development. SEEDS is honored to be a 15-year grantee of Bank of America and the recipient of their 2009 Neighborhood Builders Award. For its ongoing innovative support of strong nonprofits around the country, New Jersey SEEDS is proud to present Robert H. Doherty, the state president for New Jersey for Bank of America, with this year's Lead and Change Award.
Thank you very much. You know, Ronni earlier was thanking me for what the bank has done for SEEDS over the years, and I told her it's an organization that's extremely easy to give back to. But I have to say, I'm going to go back to my colleagues and tell them we have to give more, just because Ronni did not put me on the schedule following those alumni of SEEDS, because they were unbelievable. I would have hated to have to speak after them. But as they said, I'm the president of Bank of America in New Jersey. I'm also a dad, father of 3 boys, and they're teenagers and young men right now. And I've worked hard to make sure that they've got a stellar education, because I know from firsthand experience how important that is to get them a great start in life. But as somebody who's also deeply involved in the not-for-profit community in this state, I realize that not every child has those same advantages that my kids had. And not every child has that access to a stellar education. And so I'm so proud to work for an organization like Bank of America that is doing what it can to close that gap and reverse that inequity. At Bank of America, we're working to bring communities a brighter future, a brighter economic future, by focusing our philanthropic activities on really fundamental issues: housing, jobs, hunger, access to education. That's why we're all here tonight. You know, basic human needs. And one of the ways that we're doing that is that we're connecting individuals of all ages with opportunities in education, employment, workforce development. And so it's so easy for us to be here tonight, and we're really proud to be partners with an organization like SEEDS where we're both working towards helping children from low-income families have access to those education opportunities that are going to give them the skills and the knowledge that they need to succeed and to thrive in this world. Wanted to say, first of all, congratulations to our co-honoree. Arthur, congratulations on the recognition that you're going to get in a moment. But also I wanted to say on behalf of the 11,000 New Jersey employees for Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, and U.S. Trust, thank you to Seeds, first of all, for what you do and for the great outcomes, and we saw them tonight, the great outcomes of the mission that you have, but also thank you for honoring us with your Leading Change Award. Thank you.
To call our next honoree a passionate educator would be an understatement. Few people have more diverse and valuable education experience, and few have the CV that better represents Seed's ongoing mission of creating access to the best education for anyone who is willing to work hard for it. Dr. Arthur Levine is former president and professor of education at Teachers College, Columbia University. He also served as the chair of the Higher Education Program, chair of the Institute for Educational Management, and senior lecturer at the Harvard Graduate School of Education. He was a senior fellow at the Carnegie Foundation and a Carnegie Council for Policy Studies and Higher Education, and he has authored dozens of articles and 10 books. Dr. Levine's incredibly numerous honors include Carnegie, Guggenheim, and Rockefeller Fellowships, the American Council on Education's Book of the Year Award, and 25 honorary degrees. All of this is extremely impressive, but ultimately it is his passion for educating students across the country, and in particular, revitalizing the education of teachers in the state of New Jersey that makes him this year's New Jersey Seeds Leading Change honoree. Among his many initiatives as president of the Woodrow Wilson National Fellowship Foundation in Princeton, Dr. Levine oversees the New Jersey Teacher Fellowship. This program seeks to attract talented, committed individuals with backgrounds in STEM fields and train them to become exceptionally effective teachers in high-need New Jersey secondary schools. New Jersey Seeds is proud to welcome and honor a man who genuinely understands the Seeds mission and vision and lives out his commitment to education and access through his many accomplishments. Dr. Arthur Levine, president of the Woodrow Wilson National Foundation.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so very, very much for this award. This is a marvelous honor. It's a privilege to join all the people who have received this in the past and this evening. More than that, I'm a real believer in Seeds. Seeds saves lives. A while ago, I was president of a small liberal arts college, and I moved into a low-income housing project. At night, you couldn't sleep for all the bullets that were being fired. In the morning, you could fill a baggie with all the crack vials that were around. While there, I spoke to the moms. I spoke to a lot of moms. And I asked them, what do you want for your kids? And what they said is exactly what we'd say. I want my kid to be happy. I want my kid to do well. I don't want my kid to get into trouble. And you'd say, what about college? And you'd watch their eyes glaze over. You'd just ask the equivalent of, is your kid going to Mars? A few years later, I was doing a study, and it was of poor kids who somehow got to college. They'd be more likely to end up in prison. They'd be more likely to end up dead. They'd be more likely to end up pregnant. They'd be more likely to end up drug addicted. I studied kids at 2 colleges. One was Harvard, and the other was a community college in the Boston area. And I asked kids, poor kids, who never should have ended up at Harvard, given the odds against them. I said, when did you decide to go here? And they'd say, oh, my senior year of high school. And I said, your senior year of high school, so nothing happened before that. And they said, oh, did I tell you the program for talented minority youth at Oxford University in England? No, you left that one out. Did I tell you about the junior year program? Did I tell you about Upward Bound? Did I tell you about the science fair? Did I tell you about... These kids were discovered in 4th grade. When you asked them, and I didn't even know what I meant by the question, when did you know you were special? fourth grade, third grade. Saving kids, giving kids a future depends upon the kinds of thing that Seeds does. There was study after study after study they have done, and what they've shown is identify kids early, get them through college, teach them the academic skills and the social skills they need to thrive. Put them into institutions, schools that can accelerate their futures. Work with their families, one arm around one child. What the study showed was create seeds. Woodrow Wilson simply treads the same ground. What we try to do is we try to recruit really strong people to go become science and math teachers in high-need schools in New Jersey. We encourage them to go to places like Camden and Trenton and Newark and New Brunswick and Patterson. And we work with education schools to create programs that will make them the best possible teachers they can be. So that I thank you for this award. I thank you for this opportunity. And more than anything, I thank you for the work that you do. Good night.